Well, hello everybody. I'm glad that you're here with me. We're going to make a pattern here for this beautiful knife. This is a 3/4 scale Rambo 3. Very expensive knife, made by Mr. Stephen Lynn. Y'all want to get a hold of him, you get a hold of me, and I'll tell you how to get a hold of him. Now, he was the man that worked for Mr. Jimmy Lyle in Russellville, Arkansas, and made the original Rambo knives from the movies I'm sure everybody's familiar with. Stephen was in, he worked for Jimmy, and he helped design and make all the Rambo knives, and Stephen makes them now himself. He's beautiful. He does a beautiful job. He's a wonderful knife maker, a good friend of ours. It's just a beautiful knife. We've got to make 2 custom sheaths for these knives. I've got 2 of them. You're going to only see one because they're almost identical. The other one's just a little darker on some of the bone handle. But we're going to make 2 custom sheaths to Stephen's specs here. And they're going to be a little different than most of the knife sheaths that you see. They're going to be made a little different. They're going to have a few little additives to them. And let's just see how it all works out. When you're laying out something like this, the first thing you want is you want a straight, true line. So I like this old, I guess you call it poster board. Get it at Dollar General. Wife gets it. And hell, I don't ever buy nothing. She buys everything around here, from my whiskey to my tobacco. And she pays me a little bit every week. Not much, mind you, but hell, it's clear profit for me. We'll get you a straight line to get started with. That's important. These little old handy squares and stuff is real good, because this is going to be, now this is going to hang on his right hand side. So we want to make sure we turn that over to where it's right handed, because we're going to make the back part of it first. Let's get her lined up here just as good as what we can with that straight line on that knife right there. Now that looks pretty good. They're kind of hard to draw around. They wobble a little bit, but we want an exact outline of this knife, this guard and all, because that guard's going to come into play here pretty quick. Oh boy, I'll let her slip. Let's get lined back up just exact with our line. That's where the line come in. Oh, I don't know if we got enough at the bottom. I was beginning to wonder there for a second. Now this hole don't mean shit, don't mean nothing to the making of this sheath. What means something is this right here. Alright, we've got our outline of that knife right here. We've got a radius on this guard. Now if y'all don't know what these is, this is what I use to draw every pattern with. Every pattern I design they're called French curves. You can get them at Hobby Lobby, probably Michael's. Hell, Walmart might have them. Hell, I don't know. But you get you a set of these if you want to draw patterns for something, and you'll never be sorry that you did. You can find any radius in the world I've got a full set of that. Matter of fact, I've got more than a full set of these. You can find any radius on one of these curves. You can find any radius that you want. And I want to tell you something about leather work right now. A straight cut is not near as attractive as an oval, as a curved cut. A straight line versus an oval line, the oval will be more attractive, pleasing to the eye than what a straight line will. You saying, then Glenn, we got a straight line out here? Well, hell yeah, we got a straight line out here. The knife's straight. So what we're going to do, we're going to get that oval in here. You say, why is that oval so important? Well, that oval's going to have a piece of leather cut that fits right square smack dab up underneath that on this outside piece. And it's going to have a riser put on the inside of it, down to right about here on the inside. I'll explain that to you later. Ain't no big deal. All right, we want to figure out, now this is going to be a double welt knife. It's going to have a welt going all the way around it. And the way these bolsters are here, I say bolster, guards. All right, we want to come out here, and this is a handy dandy little old thing. It's a hole poker. Now I want that sheath to come out here just right up, just about yay far. Now I ain't got an exact measurement on this. I could get you one if I wasn't too damn lazy to go over and get that ruler. But we're gonna make that just about that wide. We're gonna come right down here and make it about that wide. You say, why is it so damn wide? Well, because I don't sew very good sometimes, and I can always grind it off. We want to follow right around this thing. And my old eyes ain't as good as they used to be. Now I'm happy to see that right there, because it means I'm right dead on the money with what I'm doing. We're going to come down here to the end of this, right on the deal. Get that point right there. We're just going to spin it around a little bit. Now we're going to go up this side here. Now you can't come into this right here. You can't never make nothing smaller at the top than it is at the bottom, or you'll never get it out of the damn thing. Remember that on some of the odd shaped blades and stuff, they're bigger at the bottom than they are at the top. Or right down here, what I mean is I've seen knives come down and do this, you know. Well, you can't make a sheath this damn thing that's smaller up here than it is down here. Hell, you'll never get it out of it. I mean, I learned that when I was fiberglass work building boats. The mold's got to be smaller at the bottom than it is at the top. Where I come from, excuse me, here in Arkansas, I grew up in Knoxville, Arkansas. I had a little old small wide spot in the road, hell, it ain't nothing. Though we did have the damn highest murder rate in the United States one time per capita, according to Johnny Carson. We had 3 murders for, I think it was 260 something people. And that was the highest that there was. And also said it's the best place to get away with murder in the United States. Now, I don't know about that. I never tried to get away with murder. But the reason I'm putting these dots on here so I can see what the hell it is I'm doing. I'm old and I can't see very good anymore. Now I'm going to show you what them French curves does. Now that's pretty well a straight shot. I mean, you know, it's pretty well a straight shot. Let's see what we got coming down there. No, it ain't a straight shot. We got a little bit of curve to her there. Not much one, but just a little bit. So let's look at this. One side of the oven here. And oh, well, hell far, guess what? No, that's close. Scoot her up a little bit. Right there. Oh, yeah, that looking good right there. And let's just come right on here. That's curving back that way now, so let's get what? Oh, look at that. Looky there. That ring thing, that's, Steve must have a set of these too, because that's the angle he put that on. And that's pretty good right there. Now we got plenty of room for a welt. Now I use this old poster board. Like I said, it's just, I like it. Now it's got a slick side, it's got a rough side. I like to draw on the rough side. That slick side, it's boogered erase shit, and I erase a lot of shit. A lot of stuff, I'm sorry. Y'all gotta forgive me. I'm just an old country boy, I'm just an old southern country boy. And I say stuff sometimes, according to my wife, I shouldn't hardly be saying. And let's find that radius there. Well, we ain't found it yet. Let's turn it over to look like this. Let's turn it over to look like this. Uh-oh, boy, we're getting there now. And come right here. Do that. Let's go right here. And do this. We're going to erase this part. Now we're going to come up here and we're going to find the radius to that sapsucker right there. We'll slide that around till we get just exactly what it is that we're looking for. And we're going to come right down here. There we go. Now there's going to be a little bit of curl. Hell, I ain't. Them damn dots in there. Shit, I'm blind as bad anymore. I can't see nothing. Let me get my hole poker again. Come out here and let's make another hole. Make us another hole right there. Now we got a little bit of curve right here, so we got to bleed this end up to that. Let's just do that right there. Now we got a straight shot up here at this. So we're going to do this. We're going to come right on like that there. Boy, that's a big old sheath, ain't it? And this is going to get decorated. Now there's going to be a stitch line come in right down through here, all the way around this. Now this is going to be cut off on this curve right here. It ain't going to be straight across. But now, we got to have enough between up here and down here for this to fold over. Get them damn lines out of the way. They're messing with mine. And that damn measurement I putting on something else, it's messing with me a little bit. So let's get rid of all that. Okay, let's get rid of that line for right now. All right. Now then, we're going to come. I'm going to say just right about in through here. Now this is going to come out here, so we're going to bring that up right there. We're going to go straight up there, off that line there. Now I'll straighten that curve out in a minute. Now we want an exact shot here to here, then we got to widen it out where it'll fold over. So what we're going to do is we're going to figure out how wide we want that. And right there looks pretty blame good to me. That looks pretty good. Y'all want to learn about country boy leather work, I'm telling you. Right here is the place to be. Now, we ain't measuring that line there, we're measuring this line here. Let's do that there. Come here, curve that into there. Alright, here's where them French curves come in. A curved line is more pleasing to the eye than a straight line is. So we're going to curve that in right here, just like that. And we're going to erase this light marked line. I'm going to leave the dark one. This one over here, it's got a little bit more on it. So we're going to figure out just exactly where that is. So we're going to, this wheel's coming up here. I think we need to bump that just a little bit. And I think probably a mathematical way to figure all this out, but I ain't that damn smart. I ain't that smart. Now then, we got this going up. We're going to blame mark it there. Yeah, there it is. There it is. I got it. Don't y'all fret. Everything's okay. Don't y'all fret a bit in the world. This is going to be the belt loop. This here is. Now, where we want that to fold over at? That's kind of the question. He wants a pretty long one on it there. So we're gonna put it up here. Oh, say right about there. Now this is gonna be the fold line. Okay, well how far is it from there to there? Well shit. Let's just look, say, hell, it's about that far. And we're gonna add that much for it to fold over. And let's see where we're gonna come to up here. Well, that's the fold line. That's gonna be right about there. Boy, I hope we got it wide enough. Right there, I'm gonna have to add on this piece of paper and then damn overhead. My wife gets on to me about that damn overhead all the time. And so that, let's give it a little bit more. But I'm gonna guarantee you folks something. I got you can grind her off or cut her off a hell of a lot better than you can add to it. Oh, that damn old hillbilly don't know what in the hell he's done. That might be true. Might be true. Oh, let me see. Which way is this curve gonna go? We gotta flop this thing over and it's gotta come out. Let's just come right here and we'll cut that off right there and we'll cut that off right over here. Just about like that there and then we'll cut that down right there. Now we're gonna cut this thing out. If I had a damn knife over here, it'd be a whole lot better. Y'all hang with me just a minute. handy dandy trusty what you call leather cutting. My cutting knife out here. Alright, now we want that pretty big. We're going to cut that pretty big. We're going to come down here. We're going to cut this thing out. So, Glenn, you are messing up. Well, I probably am. I'll tell you right now, though. It'll all work come out the door, my old mama used to say. It'll all come out. Now, I'm just gonna do this. Y'all say, well, shit, sorry, that ain't very damn well. That's what it is. That's what it is. Come down here. And we're gonna come right around here. Like I said, you can always cut or grind or sand or whatever you want to. Sand that off. Okay. Now this is the outside face. This is flash side up. Flash. Grain side's back here on this part. If I could pick it up with damn old fingers. Here's the grain side. That's why I don't like writing on the slick part. Alright, and we want that to fold right here, and that's going to fold this direction. Now, I'd like to get a good straight fold on that, so I'm going to get the square back out. Sometimes I wish I'd got a little square. That's the side. Alright, let's fold that over and see what we got right here. Now, we're going to do a little trimming. Don't y'all fret. It'll be alright. It'll be okay. We're going to do a little trimming. I think we're going to be real good. I think we're going to be all right. Now we turn it over this way. Well, we don't need it to go all the way down here. We need it to go right there. And we need to get rid of this and make this side match up that side. Just like that. Don't y'all fret, I'll cut that long part off here in a second. Right now, I want it like it right there. And I always like cutting to me. I mean, that's each to his own. If it trips your trigger, you cut it the other direction, but I don't give a damn. I like cutting to me. That way, I can see it when I screw it up. Alright, well, we got that. Now then, we're going to cut this off. We got it folded over there. We got everything good. We're going to cut this off. We're going to trim a little bit. We're going to do a few things here that are a little different. What you might be used to. We're going to cut that off right there. Okay, now we're going to use this to make a bolster right down here. I want you to understand what we got here. Now you got the flash side right here. When you turn this over, you got your grain side. That way your grainy leather, the top is right here. And we got a little whoopie right there. It ain't much one, but it's just a little bit of a whoopie. We trim that off. Now right there's your first piece that you cut out. You lay that on the flash side of the leather. This pointed this way. That way this knife's going to hang on the belt on the right hand side. You want to point to your right. All right, and that's the first piece we're going to cut out. And what we're going to do then is we're going to mark a piece right here, cut that angle out of it. And we're going to come back on top of this, and we're going to cut that angle off of it on this same radius right here. Something real similar to that right there. That's going to be your riser piece that goes in here. It's going to go right there, and this is going to go, well, it's going to be cut off a little bit. It don't need to be that damn long. It's going to go right there, and it's going to be a thickness. The exact same thickness. Oh boy, that's damn saddle skirt. Is this right here. It gives that leather something, that knife something to set down on. So that's where we're at right there. When we cut this welt, it's going to come up through here. And that welt's going to come up the bottom of this here. Kind of an angle like that. It's going to set down on top of it, and the welt's going to be behind it. Well, this is going to come up. We're going to have a piece that fits about right here. It's going to come up, it's going to curl over, and there's going to be a snap right here. And this top piece is going to get a liner to cover up the back side of this metal snap. And when it all goes together, that's what we got.